Cześć kochani, z tej strony Ewelina, witam Was serdecznie na moim kanale i w dalszych przygodach Henryka w grze Kingdom Come Deliverance. Jak pamiętacie, w poprzednim odcinku Henryk udał się do Użyc, gdzie miał znaleźć kulawego Lubosza, który miał coś wspólnego z masakrą koni w stadninie. Okazało się jednak, że Lubosz niestety został zamordowany. Być może wie coś na ten temat ksiądz, którego Lubosz się wyspowiadał. W tym celu mam się z księdzem spotkać wieczorem w gospodzie, karczmie, tak? Ksiądz ma jednak do wieczora, jeszcze nam zostało troszkę czasu, dlatego też Henryk podał się zadanie takiego dodatkowego, które zlecił mu ksiądz, a mianowicie miał udać się do wiedźmy miejscowej zielarki. Ksiądz kazał wyjaśnić tą sprawę, o co u niej chodzi, czy rzeczywiście zajmuje się czarami. I w każdym razie zielarka może Henryka nauczyć zielarstwa. Stwierdziłam, że się tym zajmiemy.
Would you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Certainly.
No dobra, początkujący.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Targujmy się.
Isn't that quite a lot?
60. No, zobaczmy to.
Are we agreed?
That's not enough.
Proszę bardzo. Troszkę.
What do you say to this?
Well now, a little more and we'll shake on it.
Dobra, masz to 5. Niech będzie.
Agreed. Now, listen up. Goodbye.
Okej. Co się opowiedziała o tym zielarstwie, dobra. W porządeczku. Myślałam, że coś więcej się dowiemy. A to nic. I co? Umiejętności tylko zdobył zielarstwo. I co? Pozwala na zebranie większości ziół za jednym razem. Zdobyć rośliny szybciej i łatwiej. No dobra. Nie będzie szybciej i łatwiej. Wziąłam. Jest u niej. Laboratorium. Gdzie się wchodzi? Gdzieś tu. A zwierzątek. Ma coś. Tutaj, a w domu, ale... Ła! Co my tu mamy? Zacznij z alchemią. A zobaczmy. O. Jady i trucizny. Pomoc. Zobaczmy, o co chodzi z pomocą. Alchemia. Parzenia ziół i innych składników eliksiry. Przepisu zawartego w książce. Dobra. Nalanie bazy. Kociołka składników. Coś tam, coś tam. Przepisów w książce. Nie mamy książki żadnej. Chyba na razie sobie z tym darujemy. Jakieś różności. Sen i zapis. Będziemy na razie. Henryk, jak tam u ciebie jest? 87, energia, zdrowy jesteś. Dobra, słuchajcie. Wybierzmy się w takim razie do tych kobietek, o co poprosiła nas wiedźma. Do wieczora jeszcze mamy trochę czasu. Idźmy tutaj i zobaczymy, ile czasu zajmie. Taka podróż. Mam nadzieję, że żadnych rozbójników nie będzie po drodze. Mamy trochę czasu i zobaczymy. To trzeba porozmawiać z tymi kobietami, zobaczyć, jak sobie radzą po tym, jak dostały to mazidło od... Poprosiła. Sądeczku. Deszcz pada. No dobra. Pierwsza gdzie jest? Tutaj możemy. Może w kolejności. Dobra, będziemy szli w kolejności. Tu. Nie tu. Tu. Idziemy sobie prosto. Tutaj się z księdzem też mamy trochę czasu. Przez mostek. W drugą stronę idziesz, Henryk? Już się znowu nie zgapił. W prawo. Droga w prawo. Dobra. To był gdzieś ten mostek.
Be a bit more careful.
Przejdziesz? Dobrze. Na skrzyżowaniu w lewo. Nie, jeszcze dalej. Tutaj okulami. O, jeszcze aż do mostka. To zasuwaj, Henryk. Która godzina? No dobra, gdzie ta kobitka mieszka? Jak są te zabudowania w lewo? No chyba tam. Dobra. To dziewczyna. To aby ty? Wieśniaczka? Nie. Nie powiesz? Nie. Ale
Hey, look out!
Wejdźmy tu.
What is it you want here?
Tak.
What is it?
Kobieta może w domu. Może tutaj jesteś? Nie, to nie jest dom. No gdzie jesteś? Powinnaś być. Miał się więcej dowiedzieć.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof,
Yeah,
and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
Było
You could see at
wszystko.
first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time, and then yesterday he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a
Nic
bad
nowego.
conscience.
Wiemy wszystko.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
That's all. Thank you.
Good luck then.
No. I gdzie jest ta kobieta? Taka?
Has something happened?
No tak. No. I tu miała być ta dziewczyna. Może gdzieś poszła.
Has something happened?
Tak, coś się stało, ale... Ale co? No nie dowiem się niczego? To ci dopiero. A może słuchajcie za tym budynkiem tam. Jeszcze raz przebiegnij. Tam gdzieś z tyłu w polu pracuje albo coś.
Who's there? Who is it? What's going on there?
What?
O,
Show
Who's
yourself!
there?
Jesus!
co chodzi? Dobra, jest Kinga.
I've heard something about a magical ointment.
What? Who told you that? Was someone asking around?
Gertrude sent me.
And what did she say? Does she want to add something to the ointment?
No. She's worried about what you'll do with it. It's quite dangerous stuff. Witchcraft and sorcery never brought any good to anyone.
And praying has. For years I spit down on my knees, but where was God when that pack of humans came and slaughtered all the folk in Scotland? I was with child. Did you know that? but the horror of it drove the child from my
Henryk, nie
room
straszy?
lifeless.
Że też jesteś ze skali.
If charms and spells won't help us, nothing will. We're doing no wrong. We go to the woods alone, at night, and we hurt no one. I won't say any more. You might twist it against us.
Nie będę śledzić aż do lasu. A to kto?
Jesus Christ be praised. Farewell.
Okej. Tu mamy co? Idą po lesie. Idą o północy. Może pośledzę, ale teraz nie mam na to czasu. Idziemy do księdza. O, jeszcze wcześnie. Jakby 69. Jeszcze trochę wcześniej. Mieliśmy się spotkać wieczorem. Gdzie ta karczma? Teraz będzie wcześniej. Marka. I powiesz. Miejsce ze
Have you got a
spania.
bed for the
Dobra.
night?
Certainly. For how long?
Just the one
Zobacz,
night?
na razie jedną noc.
Sure, but groschen first. These are harsh times.
Here you
Dobra.
are.
You've got it all to yourself. No one will disturb you.
W rządeczku. Spania.
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building, there's a ladder up to the loft. Your bed's ready there, and a trunk for your belongings.
Dobra, co mogę sprzedać u ciebie i co kupić? Mogę kupić coś u ciebie. Tonko. Bandaże. Bandaży jeszcze? Nie mam bandaży, to może kupię. Mamy 5 na wszelki wypadek. Gojmy się.
Can we do something about the price?
Why not?
22,5 chcę. Dobra.
Is this enough?
More.
No, ile zeszłaś teraz? Proszę bardzo. No dobra, dajmy 20. Może się uda?
See now. I knew we'd come
Okay.
to an agreement.
Można. Tak? Oberżysta. Mi powiesz,
day to you.
oberżysto.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed there is. Around here, you should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lads here, they fell off their seats laughing.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Nothing out of the ordinary, praise God.
Dobra, może coś u ciebie innego?
Lord watch over you.
Jedzenie. Dobrze, którą mamy godzinę? No. Ale dobra, wejdźmy do środka. Gdzieś tu miała być opieka. Miała być... Ciekawe, czy można się poczęstować? Nie ugotuj. Jest garnka. Najwyżej na mnie nakrzyczał. Nie. Gdzieś tu miała być drabina. Idź do góry. twoje spanie. Żenia. A, tyle rzeczy wcześniej, Henryk, zostawiłeś. Jakieś buty. Weź te buty. Rozwalone. No i teraz musisz powywalać. Zepsute jedzenie. To wyrzucasz. Już głupotę widzę zrobiłam, jak zaczęłam grać. Nie wiedziałam, że to jedzenie ma jakieś tam przydatności. Ale jedzenie się zmarnowało, słuchaj. Tak. No dobrze. Aha. Zbroja. Zbroja. Jakie masz buty jeszcze inne? Buty szlachcica. Położone. Czy masz jakieś inne buty? Stare buty. Dobra, co ja mogę? To są już. Mogę do tej skrzyni włożyć z powrotem. Kluczek u Nasza. Dobra, ile mamy czasu? Czy możesz się chwilę przespać? Ile będziesz spał? Może... My do 20. Nie wiem, o której mam się spotkać z tym... Słuchajcie, z tym księdzem, no ale zobaczymy. Wieczorem. Której? No dobra, idziemy do księdza. Zobaczymy, co nam proboszcz powie. Możemy gdzie go poszukać, mam nadzieję, że on już będzie. Wychodzimy, tu jest wyjście. A tu... O, Jezus księdza.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
Dzik Kazik, Lumir. Dobra, będziemy, siadajmy. Co mój człowiek powie?
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from
No,
Scalise.
okej.
Oh,
Here,
I'm sorry.
just as you ordered.
To bądź
about
zaufanie,
your
no
kin?
dobra. Ale musimy być szczerzy.
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
Here you are.
It was
And
terrible.
good health.
It seemed so pointless. And we had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
Patryka.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujic, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyal? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhoff stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home.
I notice there's a woman living with you at the presbytery.
What of it? Have you never met a cleric who lives with a woman before? Mother Church won't let me take her to wife. Too afraid it might lose its property to any heirs she bore me. But she cooks and cleans. And, well, as a man I have my needs.
I'm not sure the parish priest at St. James would agree with you.
I heard he was a bit odd.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujic isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. A tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
Przyjdę. Taka możliwość.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe?
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticizes the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
No dobra. Koniec do tych kazań.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Nie mam ochoty na picie, mamy dalej to zaufanie zdobywać. Ryzykowne. Księżylek lubi dawać za kołnierz. Dobra, próbujemy.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Nowy poziom w picie. Amas. Dobra, czy to zaufanie udało mu się zdobyć?
To nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj panu desej smutek do dnielo i rano utek. Niech już małżeński majsa.
Teoria, w razie czego ma jakiś eliksir, tam chciałam na kaca i przepicie. Niezły królak, niezły. Oj, Henryk, ale się nawaliłeś.
Enough of this!
Bailiff, come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
No, Henryk.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
O nie. Henryk, będziesz się bił? Ledwo na oczy patrzysz. O! Oj, Henryk, z kim będziesz się bił?
Bring it all.
Gdzie? Kto tam cię atakuje? Tu jakieś. Henryk, ale ci się... O, rety. No i co? Jeszcze się bijemy z kimś? Kim ty się byłeś, Henryk? O, tu. No tym na pewno zaufanie zdobył księdza. O, Rajusiu, wejdź na dzwonnicę. Ty tu widzisz cokolwiek, Henryk? Gdzie tu się wchodzi?
I'd love to. And
Tu
Henry
jakoś.
too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do
Będziemy
to me?
dzwonić?
What's
Na
the
dzwonnicy?
step, my dears?
Dobra, o
Careful,
rety,
you don't hurt
Henryk.
yourself.
Dobra. Idziemy na dzwonnicę. Co tam się zadziało?
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Kaszmarka przyszła.
This? Henry?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
Oj, Henryk, Henryk. Jezu, to mają ubaw z tym
This is
księdzem.
wonderful.
Ła! O matko.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Co dalej? O ja.
Come here.
No ładnie.
Oh,
Henryk, widzisz na oczy? O nie.
Priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
No ładnie. Henryk, Henryk. Taki młody. Nagle wszystkie blizny mu zniknęły z twarzy. No ładnie. Tobie dogodzi. O matko. O rety. Chciałam zmienić się w owce. Nic nie widać. Henryk. O, zdobyliśmy zaufanie księdza. No dobra, opłaciło się.
well,
Zobaczymy, co nam powie.
I have to say that was a fine evening.
Łe. Okej, zaufanie jest zdobyte. Zobaczymy, czy nam teraz coś więcej powie. O, Henryk, ale leżysz. Ciekawe, czy ci tam wygodnie.
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How?
Co?
You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you.
Dobre, dobre.
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What?
Co?
So, first I investigate a murder no one once investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosz's cronies are.
No nie, szantaż. Nowy poziom w picie, masa.
So all at once the confessional seal isn't so sacred?
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosz.
Christ
Aha,
almighty.
teraz żeby poszło dobrze.
Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Dobra, słuchajcie, mamy iść wygłosić to kazanie, ale chyba nie będziemy tego robić w dzisiejszym odcinku, tylko w kolejnym. Bo dzisiaj to już, słuchajcie. Tak, zaraz zaczynamy mszę. Dzisiaj już nie zdążymy. Zapraszam do kolejnego odcinka. Na dzisiaj to wszystko. Pamiętajcie o subskrypcji mojego kanału, o pozostawieniu łapki w górę. Bardzo chętnie też przeczytam wasze komentarze. Trzymajcie się w takim razie. Cześć!